הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, יאללה לה יאללה לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, יאללה לה יאללה לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, יאללה לה יאללה לה 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 לה.
I know it's Shabbat, but how many of you are still recovering from last night's dinner? You're still recovering. Now, why is that? Right? We just like, did you eat twice as much as you normally do or no? Right? What? No, good for you. Right? There's something about Thanksgiving that just makes you, I guess it's like, bless you. It's on the truth there. It's kind of like, when you go, you never want to eat at an all-you-can-eat buffet. Right? It's just not good because you're going to eat way too much. It's just going to happen. There's a mind that says, it's here, I paid for it, I should just keep eating. There's something about Thanksgiving that says all this food is there, and I just always feel like we're recovering for a while. Made me think as I was walking to shul tonight a couple years ago when Hanukkah began. Remember on the Sunday at the Thanksgiving weekend. Remember the idea of having, stuffing and latkes in the same weekend. Just sort of was antithetical to the, if you will, American Jewish experience. A little bit later, I'm going to share some of the history of Thanksgiving in terms of Jewish observance in America. But you are able to get out of your kind of recovery, post-turkey recovery, those of you celebrating Shabbat. That's what we're going to do. We're going to begin with the candle lighting blessings. Let's rise together, and let's get Michelle and Lauren Gerson and Anita Klein come forward. You're going to help lead us in the blessing.
Ya la 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 la. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher kiddushan b'mitzvotav Vitzivanu lehadlik ner Vitzivanu lehadlik ner Vitzivanu lehadlik ner Shel Shabbat.
May the brightness of these candles banish all gloom, anxiety, and care from our hearts and from the hearts of our loved ones.
May this Shabbat bring us peace and serenity, joy and rest. Keep a glow within us, O God, the spirit of gratitude for your many blessings, so that we may know the sweet taste of contentment and the rich harvest of sharing.
Kindle in our home a deeper love for one another, for our people, and for all of your children.
Amen. Ya la 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 Lai 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 lai.
You may be seated. You can be able to follow tonight in the Siddur, our special Siddur of Shabbat Fusion. So if you don't have one, they're outside, but hopefully you each grabbed one. And we'll begin just to flow through that service, beginning page 5, Shiru Ladonai.
Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai Kol Haaretz. Try it with me. Shiru Ladonai, good. Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai Kol Haaretz. Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai Kol Haaretz. Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai Kol Haaretz. Yalla la la la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai Kol Haaretz. Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai Kol Haaretz. Lai lai lai, lai 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 lai. Ya lai 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 lai, lai lai lai, ya lai lai, ya lai 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 lai, ya lai 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 lai, ya lai 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 lai. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki, come on. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu.
We're going to respond to the Chazan. Here we go.
Oh, ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho.
Page 7.
Lecha dodi likrat kala, lalai yalalai yalalai, b'nei Shabbat v'kabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, yalalai yalalai yalalai, b'nei Shabbat v'kabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, ki hi mekor habracha merosh mikedem nisucha. Sof ma'aseh b'machshava tehila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, yalalai yalalai yalalai, b'nei Shabbat נקבלה לחדוני לקראת קלה יללה 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 בני שבת נקבלה שאמור וזכור ודיבור אחד ישמיענו אל המיוחד אדוני אחד ושמו אחד לשם ותפארת ולתהילה לך אדוני לקראת קלה יללה 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 בני שבת נקבלה לך אדוני לקראת קלה יללה 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 בני שבת נקבלה לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה כי מקור הברכה מראש מקדם ניסוחה סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה לך אדוני לקראת קלה יללה 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 בני שבת נקבלה לך אדוני לקראת קלה יללה 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 בני שבת
We rise together as the door magically opens.
בואי ושלום הטרף עלה גם בשמחה ובצהלה אמוני עם סגולה בואי חלה לך אדוני לקראת קלה יללה 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 בני שבת נקבלה לך אדוני לקראת קלה יללה 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 בני שבת נקבלה.
Remain standing, please, page 9 for the Baruch Hu, the official call to prayer.
Yay la 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 la. Yay la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach Ba Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed המבורך לעולם ועד ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד לילה 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 לילה
You may be seated. Let's continue reading in the English together under creation. With the darkness comes your light. Together, earth and sky blend into one. The heavens seem closer now. The day's burdens farther somehow. Your presence is almost palpable. You own the darkness. You unlock doors I never thought would open. You decorate the earth with seasons. You paint the stars in the sky. You design day and night, showing us the light and the darkness and the darkness and the light. Bless you, God, for bringing on the light.
Baruch atah Adonai Ha'ma'arib
Page 11, Ahavat Olam.
אהבת עולם, בית ישראל, עמך אהבת. תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו למדתם. על כן אדוני אלוהינו, בשוכבנו ובקומנו, נשיח בחוקיך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך, ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגה יומם ולילה. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגה יומם ולילה. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגה יומם ולילה. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגה יומם ולילה. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגה יומם ולילה. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגה יומם ולילה. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני.
ברכו ברוך שמו,
אוהב עמו ישראל.
Amen. Page 14, I invite you to close your eyes on these first 6 words of the Shema of oneness with God and the world, the universe. So we're led by our bar mitzvah, Brandon.
Shema Yisrael
Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, ושבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
Middle paragraph, we continue silently.
Vayomer Adonai el Moshe lemor,
דבר אל בני ישראל, ואמרת עליהם, ויעשו להם ציצית על כנפי בגדיהם לדורותם, ונתנו על ציצית הכנף בציר תכלת, והיה לכם לציצית
uritem oto, uschartem et kol mitzvot Adonai, vasitem otam, v'lo tatuhu acharei levavchem, v'acharei einechem, asher atem zonim achareihem, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים אלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. We continue page 17. Brandon, you'll be back, don't worry, very soon. Mi chamocha.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nehedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot oseh feleh. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nehedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot oseh feleh. מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקי הים לפני משה. זה אלינו ויאמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. ונאמר יפדה אדוני את יעקב וגלו מיד חזק ממנו, מיד חזק ממנו. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא, עושה Baruch atah Adonai, God Yisrael.
Amen. Page 19. Brandon, you're going to help with Hashkivenu? Yeah, come on. Chazan's waiting for you up there. Go ahead. Page 19, Hashkivenu.
B flat, right? Hashivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Ushmor tzeitzenu uvoheinu lechaim ושלום מעתה ועד עולם. Here we go again. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום Sukkot Shelomecha Ufros Aleinu Sukkot Shelomecha
Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom
V'hamilenu
Malkeinu
Lechaim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom Hamidenu Malkeinu
Lechaim. Stay up here, Brandon. Don't go too far because you're going to help us with Vishamru, right? Good. Let's rise together, page 21, Vishamru.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat
Lidorotam
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael
Et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam beritolam.
Vein Yuvein b'nei Yisrael, Oti le'olam, Oti le'olam, Oti le'olam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael, et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam beritolam. Ki sheishet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim v'et ha'aretz Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam beritolam. Ubayom hashvi Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash.
B'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot ha-Shabbat lidorotam beritolam. You may be seated. So we started talking a little bit earlier at the beginning of service. Brandon, you have a nice voice there. It's so nice to hear through the sound system. Is great. Talking about Thanksgiving earlier, how we eat much more than we should when it comes to our Thanksgiving meal. Thanksgiving seems to epitomize, right, the Jewish American holiday, where Jews can fit right in. So anybody, first generation, anybody born in a foreign country here and immigrated to America? Anybody? All right. Did you? So Israel, right? Jerry, where are you? Where? From Canada. Well, it's kind of like a suburb of America, but right. But they have a different Thanksgiving Day, right? And from Tehran, all the way from Tehran and South Africa. So this is perfect. So your family, when they first came to America, how long did it take for them to observe Thanksgiving? How long? Right away. Right away. Right away. Isn't that amazing? Like, without missing a beat. So I've been fascinated lately with the history of Jewish observance in America. And I've been doing some reading on it. And I found out that a lot of rituals come in the 1800s, long before most of our ancestors came here. Anybody here have ancestors that came during the 1800s, during the German immigration? Probably not. Isn't that interesting? Right, by the way, if you don't know, by the 1880s, there are only 250,000 Jews in America. Only 250,000. In the major immigration from Eastern Europe, over 2.25 to 2.5 million Jews come in from Eastern Europe. That's like the major impact. And yet, if you look at the history of Thanksgiving with Jews, you already find in the 1860s, before it's a national holiday. When does it become a national holiday? Lincoln, right? Abraham Lincoln during the Civil War, actually declares in terms of wants to create national unity. He's trying to create a sense of national unity. And so before that, before it comes a national holiday, obviously different people are observing it in different countries, in different states, and different cities according to their will. And so you have Jews in the 1860s who are actually synagogues having Thanksgiving Day services. They were open on Thanksgiving, and they would have services either 11 o'clock or 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, and they would run right into Mincha then. Now, funny, you find these schedules and of how synagogues were observing. It's amazing to think. It becomes then also a time of indicating co-religion, if you will, that we fit into America, by the way, with everybody else. This is fascinating considering how few Jews there were. And so you get a quote like this. Let me find the quote here. Just as, let's see, hold on. The opportunity to strengthen the bonds with the religion of the patriot. In the process, we come to demonstrate the national religion is not Christianity, but whatever each American professes for himself. Isn't that fascinating? The idea that by observing a national holiday, the Jews wanted to indicate that even though it feels like a Christian country, that in fact Jews want to state that we are part of the fabric of this country as well from the very beginning. And you begin to have joint services with other religious traditions. And so we have services in the 1870s between the Mikveh Yisrael and a Unitarian church. They have a joint service together, which makes sense if you know about the Unitarians. In the 1880s, by the way, it wouldn't surprise you that Jews stopped coming to services for Thanksgiving. And they bewail the newspapers. The Jewish newspapers start saying, woe to us that the Jews aren't coming to services anymore. Sound a little interesting in terms of our own issues today. And so, but it persists in terms of their home engagement. That becomes so strong, and certainly as it becomes a national holiday. Jonathan Sarna, Dr. Sarna, some of you know, who is a preeminent, you studied him, right, of course, Brandeis, preeminent sociologist, Jewish sociologist, and he says, he underscores what he calls the cult of synthesis. That is, it allows Jews to synthesize their American and Jewish traditions in the most magnificent way to indicate that we are part of this country, something that Jews have striven for many times. By the way, interesting enough, America is the only Jewish community, really, in the world, which feels roots of permanence. By the way, even Canada is very different. If you don't know this, by the way, every other Jewish community in the world, whether it's South Africa, whether it is Canada, whether it is certainly Israel, not an issue, and Israel's another story rather, and Tehran, there's always a sense that Jews were impermanent, that we're just passing through. Canada, by the way, that's why you have a very Zionistic community, right? Great sense. Where in Canada did you come from? South Africa, rather. South Africa, right? South Africa, where'd you come from? Johannesburg? So Cape Town. There was a great Zionist tradition there, right? Why? Because the sense that we're not here forever. Right? South Africa, the same thing in Canada. And where in Toronto, we're not there forever. Jews in America felt differently. Jews in America felt we're here and we have found a place. Thanksgiving became that real symbolic gesture of how we really feel permanently connected to this country. So Thanksgiving, we celebrate together this weekend, and what a wonderful occasion. Brandon, to be able to celebrate your bar mitzvah as well on this Turkey Day. We're going to continue page 23 as we continue the Chatzi Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה
Amen.
ויאמר דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בעגלה ובזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן יהי שמי רבם מבורך לעלם לעלמי אומיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה ברכו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמה ויאמרו Amen.
We rise together, page 25. We'll begin with the Kavanah, the meditation on Onai Svatai, and then you'll trail off into your private prayers, Hebrew or English, or the private prayers of your hearts as we begin together.
Adonai, Svatai Tiftach. Ananana ufi yagid tehilatecha Ananana Adonai Svatai Tiftach Ananana ufi yagid tehilatecha Adonai Svatai Tiftach Ufi yagid tehilatecha Ose shalom bimroma Hu yaseh shalom aleinu Ve'al kol Yisrael Ve'al kol yoshvei tevel Ve'imru Ose shalom bimromam Hu yaseh shalom aleinu Ve'al kol Yisrael Ve'al kol yoshvei tevel Ve'imru Amen Hey ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 Ose shalom bimroma Hu yaseh shalom aleinu Ve'al kol
page 41, you'll find a prayer for healing in the middle of the page, whether this is for you, for a loved one, for anybody you know. I'll be thinking of some congregants tonight, especially Kathy and Deborah and others who are in need of our strength and our healing. So let's read together in the middle of that page, and then we'll trail off, and you can think and pray and turn inward or turn your prayers outward as we begin together. Help us, O God, together, and we shall be healed. Help us and save us, for you are our glory. Grant perfect healing for all our afflictions. May it be your will, God, our God, God of our ancestors, to send perfect healing of body and soul too at this time, your private prayers.
Refa'enu Adonai V'nei Rapha. God, only you can bring true healing, and so we pray. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofeh Cholei Amo Yisrael. Blessed are you, Shekhinah, restores our loved ones, heal our people speedily in our day. And let us say, Amen. Refa'enu Adonai V'nei Rapha. God, only you can bring true healing, and so we pray. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofeh Cholei Amo Yisrael. Blessed are you, Shekhinah, restores our loved ones, heal our people speedily in our day. And let us say, Amen.
Page 42, as we remain seated as a prelude for Kiddush, the top paragraph, I hope you'll join with me in this beautiful reading of introduction that's joined together. The commandment to bless this wine is a commandment to drink life as deeply as we drink from this cup. It is a commandment to bless life and to love deeply. It is a commandment to remember with Shabbat heart, act with Shabbat hands, to see the world with Shabbat eyes. It is a commandment to laugh until we are all laughter, to sing until we are all song, to dance until we are all dance, to love until we are all love. This is the wine that God has commanded us to bless and drink. We rise together. Brandon, you're going to lead us in Kiddush. Come on, join us up here.
Amen. could be better.
Turn the page, we're going to continue. Let Brandon lead us in a Leno.
Hadon Hakol La Tegidula Lo Tereshi Shelo Asanu Kigoye Haraton Velo Samanu Mishpachot Hadama Shelo Samchoke Mukachem Vigor Alenu Kicho Hamona I'll go down.
Be seated. On page 43, the words of page 47, I think, the words of the Kaddish. But, it's always hard when you're in that first stages of grieving. Whenever you welcome a family in here who's in the Shiva period, Orly, as we think about your beloved father, Mike, of blessed memory, for his granddaughters, for Paula and for Ronit, for the family. It's a sense of, we hope that this is the moment, right, in which you need that strength and comfort. So in a moment we stand for those words, that's what we want for you, to have this sense of comfort as we transition from that leaving of the cemetery, that transition back into life, if you will. For others who have the obligation to recite Kaddish, I ask you to rise. We'll go around. You'll share with us who you're remembering tonight. Give the name and the relationship. You're going to, I know, because you're your stepmother, right? Your stepmother, Lori Schneiderman. So we remember her with great memory as well. Are you remembering? Who, sorry? So, okay.
My father, Eric Klein, blessed memory.
Very nice, yes. Yes. That's very nice, Ben. And of course for Mike Talmor, for Moshe. Those of you reciting Kaddish, you turn to the words now, and those of us who are not standing, by the way, our job is to respond and to give them that sense of community and the responses of Amen or Brichu as they begin together. Yit Gadal, the Yit Kadash, Shemei Rabbah. Amen. V'almad Yivrach Yeruteh, v'yamlich Malchuteh. V'chayechon, v'yomechon, v'chayeh l'chol Beit Yisrael. V'agalav izman kariv yimeru. Amen. Yehesh me Rabbam Aborach. Le'olam omei omaya. Yiparach, Yishalach,
Tishbechu.
Elam mikol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, damiran v'alma v'meru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, meru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, meru amen. May God who establishes peace in the heavens grant peace and harmony for us, for all vision, and all of humanities. We say, amen. You may be seated. Alan Jacobs, don't sit down because you're going to share with us some announcements. Come on. Come on up.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I think I heard everybody. Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to Temple Aliyah. Whew, I'm glad that's over with. Brandon, is there something going on tomorrow morning? What time are we supposed to be here? Tomorrow morning at 9:15. That's right. I got it right here in writing. It says tomorrow morning we got the Shabbat morning service for Brandon Gerson. It starts at 9:15. I'm looking forward to seeing you. I'm going to be on the beamer with you, so be on your best behavior. Next Friday, December the 1st, is Bim Bam Shabbat. Woo! At 5:30 p.m. with the theme of Hanukkah Pajamaka. Everyone is invited to come in their PJs, except for me, because if I showed up that way, I'd scare people. The kids can come early at 5:15 to make a fun Hanukkah craft. Our family Shabbat service will begin at 6:30 p.m. with the Shir Aliyah Youth Choir, something near and dear to my heart, but that's another story. Please sign up for the Shabbat dinner happening in between the two services online at our temple website. Next Saturday, December the 2nd, our Shabbat morning service begins at 9:15 a.m. with the bar mitzvah of Jacob Benjamin. Information on all of our temple events can be found in the blue and white Kol Shabbat, which you might have picked up on the way in, or you can also go check our award-winning temple website. Thank you to the ushers and greeters. I'm not sure who they might have been, but I also want to thank Hazan Stein and Rabbi Vogel for leading a wonderful and inspirational service. And we thank the family of Brandon Gerson for sponsoring tonight's Oneg Shabbat in honor of Brandon's bar mitzvah. Lastly, I want to remind everybody, please don't use any electronic devices, cell phones, cameras, etc., etc. We want to maintain the sanctity of our Shabbat service. I appreciate your thoughtfulness and respect for that. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Let's rise together. We're going to finish up our service with Adon Olam. You'll find it page 49. Here we go.
Adon Olam Asher Mal B'terem Kol Yisir Nivra Le'ed Nasa V'chetzot Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Ve'acharei Kichlot HaKol Levado Yimloch Nora Vehu Haya Vehu Hove Vehu Yeh B'tifara Vehu Echad Ve'ein Sheni Lehamshir Lo Lehachbira Beli Reshit Beli Tachli V'lo Ha'oz V'hamisra Vehu Eli V'chai Goad V'tzur Chevli V'yet Sarah Vehu Nisi Umanos Li Menat Kosi Ve'yo Ekra Ve'yado Afkid Ruchi Ve'yet Isha Ve'aira Ve'im Ruchi Yeviati Adonai Li Velo Ira America, America, God shed His grace on thee and crowned thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom.